What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are looking at Rigged AI. It is Wednesday, March 19th, Jerome Powell, FOMC Day. This was vintage. This was old school. This was classic. We got the old move, swing, move, nuke in the red, pump up higher, and it was all called out step by yours truly, your chief furu, fake guru, officer here at Rigged AI. I mean, the open, basically what we expected. You're going up, you're coming back to the blue line. This thing was flat going into FOMC. Not even sure what that means. This is where the action is, and this is what we will be covering in today's video. First message comes in at 1:35 p.m. Central Time, so 2:35, right here. All we're saying is, if it happens, the next one is 2+ strikes. And what that means, if they're going to fly this thing, it is going to fly massively, and clearly, that's what happened. The bulls are here, 1, 2, 3, but you want this one to pull back. And you get a nice little pullback here below the 480 strike, and that was a perfect entry before it just melted your face off. Next, call out number 2. There were a lot of them. Discord was going crazy. People were yelling at each other. It was insane. Right here, 1:49. Press conference has started. Pushing it here, someone shorted right here, which not sure why you would do that on an up move. But we need to think about our exit target. We need to think like, hey, how far can this thing go? And, conservatively, we called 483 as the exit. That is the red zone. That is, $6.64 higher. That is basically what you got almost minutes later, right? Because we're sending this 1449. Okay, you pull down the next minute. And then after that, it is straight up. 1450 to 1509, 20 minutes straight up, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4 strikes. Exit target was hit. If you sold here, that's okay. You made a bunch of money. But most importantly, last one, and then we'll talk more about the session. 158, so that's going to be 1458, right about here. Let's just turn these off. 1458, what we're pressing on is that when you first touch the red zone, because for all intents and purposes, we believe this is going to 483 or higher, it is going to pull back, and it is going to be violent. And that is exactly what happened. You go up 1, 2 into the red, and then you come back down all the way to 481. So the thing to keep in mind, because obviously we want to trade this, we want to catch this bounce and go back higher, is when you are +8, and you can see this here at the bottom, $8.16 above the blue. When you are +8, you can pull back. We said 2 or 3. It ended up going 4. And you know why? You know why this happened? And we bottomed here just briefly? Because of Robinhood. Robinhood closes everyone's 0 DTE options out at 1530. And Wall Street does the best job possible, imaginable, to make sure that, hey, you guys do not get paid. Obviously, you see this, everyone's buying calls, we're feeling phenomenal, and then they crushed the living bejesus out of everyone. This was an awesome trade coming in later, right? Bull bombs right here, right at 481, right? If you see this and you're like, oh, I'm a little bit late, beautiful pullback right to the strike, bang, you get it. Second attempt at pushing into the red, it does not do it. It's going to pull back. Simple as that. And that's exactly what happened. called out beautifully. Why? Because we've seen this before. For those of you new, typically, and we'll just put on the candles, whatever happens when this press release is released, that is the move. That is the direction we expect to go into. You get the first move, 1400, okay. They kill everyone who chases this candle. And then the real fun begins, okay? They pulled it back, just one during the press conference. But after that, it was pretty much straight up. Not to mention, if we turn all the alerts back on, what do you see? This is why option flow is so important. Bull, 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 bull. Could have traded any of those and then just held it into the red. Like they all went 100%, right? Every single one of these went 100%. But then when we get into the red, I mean, that's late. We don't want to trade that when it is super, super late. If you're a gangster, you know, you took this. I mean, KTR, that did really well. Not our thing. We ended up taking another trade down here, which was fantastic. Looking over at SPY, a ton more alerts. Someone was really active trading this thing today. And as you can see, whoever it was, they wanted this thing to go down. They were expecting a little bit of a nuke, but it did not happen. Remember, Jerome Powell is like the most powerful person on the planet, maybe tied with Trump when it comes to the markets. And today, FOMC days can be like insane fireworks action like we saw today. Same thing, very similar here. You're going up, you're pulling back, you're going up, you're touching the red, but they pulled this thing all the way back to the blue right before the press conference. A lot of alerts here, same price action, except SPY going up +8 is like Q going up +10. This thing was absolutely moving. If you turn on just edge alerts only, right? Good setup for both. These, you know, they make some money getting one strike. But right here, you know, you got to think like when this comes in, like, hey, well, that's 100% win rate. They get absolutely crushed at the end of the session. 100% continues to win. If you could have taken that anywhere below the strike, all right, when this comes in, you're like, hey, I would love it at 563 or close to the blue line. You know, it never breaks the blue. We stay above the entire time. And that is classic CTE. Bulls, blue line, or after a nuke. We don't even break the blue. That is bullish. You don't even want to look at bears in that scenario. Q was the same thing today, right? Open, down, up, but they don't break the blue line the entire session. And if you are on an up move and you don't break the blue, it is going to go higher. That's exactly what happened. If you've watched any of these videos, you know we say that over and over and over and over and over again. And you got it today. Absolutely crushed it. Checking out IWM. What happened? Well, you go up 4 strikes. That's pretty good for IWM. Pull back, up to the strike. Strikes are the only thing you need to pay attention to because what happened? Go up, 1 strike, pull back right here to 204 before Jerome came out and it was just chaos. You know, the edge pulls, you know, they did okay. You want that on, you know, when you get so close to 206, you're like, hey, let's just wait for a pullback. Boom. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. It's like this comes in. You're like, okay, we are slightly above 205. Let me wait for a pullback to 205. Boom. Got it. Bing, bang. Awesome session. Wish it would have kept going here towards the end, but that is okay. We got exactly what we wanted. It did the right thing. Move, swing, move, swing, move. Normally, this continues. We don't nuke here. But, it's a bear market or something like that. Who knows? Ultimately, follow the system. Furu nailed it today. We're going to have a margarita and a Mai Tai. Break out the, other things that we can't really discuss. But that's the benefit of being here. We're trading using a system that's based on Wall Street's option flow. And we've seen a lot of these things happen. And when you see it, you recognize it, that's how you capitalize. And boom.